Hi everybody, it's Diana, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, owner of stampingwithdie.com, and I am coming in really quick with today's dies shorts, and I'm actually 2 hours earlier because we are actually doing an on stage at home virtual event with Stampin' Up! And I totally forgot that that was going on today. And so I didn't want to miss my dies shorts because I want to get in the habit of making sure that I do my weekly stuff. And so I just moved it up to be noon because now we have a lunch break. So that way, if I have any fellow demonstrators that watch my little dies shorts, maybe you can eat your sandwich while you watch. So I'm going to show the really cute. Now my team that registered for the on stage at home, I mailed them all a little goodie for attending. So I showed pictures of this the other day. So it's just a little blue zippered bag. What else did I put in there? I put in a little name tag. I put in our team ribbon, a pen so we could keep notes, and then I love these big post-it note, whatchamacallit, it's a big post-it note pad. So that was in there as well. And of course, you need a little sugar when you stamp because we've got a couple busy days. We were up late last night. If you saw my Facebook post, we had Pat Benatar and her husband Neil. They entertained us and it was awesome. I was like screaming in the living room like I was really in a concert, and I'm like, oh, what am I screaming for? But I did. So anyway, so you need some chocolate. So I sent them some recent chocolates in the cute little bag. Now you'll see mine, and I showed a picture of it. Oh my gosh, look at that. So this did have my Reese's in it, but I just snipped the bottom off the bag. They just tumbled out and I had to eat them. But what I want to share with you today is the cute little tag, because I showed that the other day and I had several people holler at me and ask about the colors I used and all that kind of stuff. So that's what I thought I would pop in today and show how I did that. So let me flip the camera over and we'll get started, right? Okay, so hold on. Let me flip it without touching anything by mistake. All right, so here we are. Look at my cute grid sheet for our event. All right, so let me scoot a little bit. Straighten that up. Let me make sure I'm in the group. We do this every week, right? I think last week I actually didn't say it. So maybe you didn't know what I was doing, but I was. All right. So that looks pretty good. I did not make my lights as bright. I'm going to go one little bit brighter. All right. Because sometimes I think it's too bright. All right. But, so here we go. Let's see. So what I'm using today is the Greatest Sunflowers stamp set, and I used a little tiny. You know how I love these sunflowers. The little tag came from the Tasteful Labels, and then I also used the sunflower die to cut out the sunflower. And then the tag is using the Plaid Tidings DSP. And I just kind of grabbed a blue that kind of went along with the little bag. And then you just cut it shy of 2 inches. And I used the punch. Now this punch is called the Fancy Topper Punch. And it's a new punch, and it comes with a stamp set. So it's on page 126, and I'll show you that. And you just slide it in the punch. Give it a punch, and that gives you this cute little shape. And then the ribbons were just the Misty Moonlight new ribbon. I believe it's cotton. And then this is actually in the 3-pack of the Flowers in Every Season ribbon because it went perfect with it. So I just tied the bag with the smaller twine, and then before I tied it in a knot, I slipped the moonlight ribbon underneath it. So actually this is holding the tag. So if I gave it a good tug, I probably could make that come out, but I just didn't. I just cut my candy out. I let my candy escape. All right, so let me show you real quick. Page 126, I made myself a little note because I knew today was going to be kind of crazy. So page 126, so this is where the punch comes from. So see, fancy phrases. So you can actually get it in the bundle. So, gotta love it. All right. And then, let's see, what else did we use? Oh, the 3x9 gusseted envelopes, gusseted plastic bags, 152, because I used them all up. I went to go find them to show you, and I used them all up. All right, so here they are here. They're super cute. Look at, they have like little snowflakes on them. So they're food safe. So if you give any kind of cookies or any of that kind of stuff at Christmas time or any time, they're perfect for that. Now, I got the idea for the tag. I got a cute little present from my friend Dana Mosley, and this is based on well, her tag was different colors and stuff, but I got the idea from Dana, so thank you, Dana. All right, so let me stop jibber-jabbing, and let's get to the fun part, and we are going to color a wild sunflower. So the colors I'm using are, and I already stamped it ahead of time on the Whisper White Thick with the Memento. So let me scoot down, and it's like I see a shadow here when I'm looking, but yet I do not see it when I'm looking at the computer. So I'm just going to ignore it and think that it's just on my phone. It's not really, because I don't want to brighten this up too much more and make it too bright. All right, so this is the dark Granny Apple green. You know, it's almost like my go-to, especially when you do like some bright colors. So I'm just doing some of the dark Granny Apple green and then the light. So I'm just coming from the outside and pulling it up into the dark. And I'm leaving a little white tip on the end. All right, hopefully you can see that. All right, then I'm going to take my light soft suede, and I'm just going to go into my petals with the light soft suede, and this will just give them a little bit of a dark color, just a shadow on the inside here. So it was fun. I had to wait till everybody got their goodies because, you know, I have some local Arizona girls, and then I have girls from other states, so I wanted to make sure. I didn't want to share it before, and then now everybody has their goodies because the day has started. So I thought, well, and then when people were asking, I know Jill, I think she asked right away what colors I used, and then I had other people email me and message me, so I thought, well, you know what, that would be perfect for today's shorts, just because today's gonna be kind of a crazy day. All right, and then my pinks that I'm going to be using are and then I had to like practice because I'm like, oh my gosh, what colors did I really use? So anyway, so now I'm going to use the dark Magenta Madness because it was a while ago that I did these. So just some of the dark Magenta Madness, just because since I had to mail them, and I know the post office, they're working so hard with their mail because that's so important right now to connect with people virtually or in the mail or whatever. So I know they're crazy busy. So I did them a while ago so they would have them plenty of time just in case there was any kind of delay. So this is so fun. But yeah, so last night's entertainment was, it was just crazy. I casted, or whatever you call it, my laptop so that it fed on the big screen in the living room, and it was like having them in the living room. Okay, so that was the dark Magenta Madness. Then I want to take my light Melon Mambo, and I'm just going to add a little bit. So this is just a little different color, and these look so good together. So I'm just going over a little bit. So see, there's just a tad different color to them, but it looks super cool, right? Like this is a wild sunflower. There may not even be a flower in the world that is colored like this, but you know what? We are our own artists when it comes to stamping. We can be like Mother Nature and be as colors as we want. Okay, going around and making sure I'm staying in the view of the, I get so just into my coloring, and then I look up and I go, oh my gosh, I'm not even in the view of the phone anymore. Okay, and then I'm going to take my light magenta, and then I'm just going to add a little bit, but not a whole lot, because I am going to go back with the light, because I want it to be a little bright on the ends. Oops, I forgot that one right there. Just because I want this flower to be just this bright kind of craziness. And you could have used this one right after its counterpart. Like I could have went dark magenta, then the light magenta, and then added the Mambo. Just because the markers are so forgiving, you can you know, you can mess with them a little bit. Okay, so then I'm going to add that little bit of bright. All right. So I just basically just played around with my colors. So I'm going to stop fiddle farting around with those. And I probably shouldn't say fiddle fart. I think I say fiddle fart too much. All right. And then take my dark again. Hey, sister, I do have it all day, Jackie, but we have a lunch break. So that's why I was like, oh, I will do my dye shorts during my lunch break. And Jeff went to get the truck washed. He got back from hunting. And I don't know who was dirtier, the truck or him, but I was so glad when he got home. So, so he's going to actually pick up hamburgers for lunch. We still don't eat out anywhere, but we do from time to time grab food and bring it home. Well, he does. All right, so there's my flower, and then I'm going to take, because I use the Misty Moonlight ribbon, I'm using Misty Moonlight, the dark and the light, and I'm also using the dark Seaside Spray. So I'm going to take my dark Misty Moonlight, and I'm just going to go all the way around the flower, and I'm also going to give it a little dark there. Then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to add a little dark here, and I'm going over top of that moonlight there. And then I'm going to take my, what did I say this was? The dark Seaside, and I'm just going to go over here. So what that does is it makes it have that highlight right there. And then, of course, I have to use the gel pen. So I'm just going to get it started. And then there's like these little dots in the center of the flower. And all I did was added gel pen to them, and they just pop right off of there because of that dark. Oh, thanks, Virginia. So isn't that cool? So then I ran it through the we're calling it the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, but hey, Shannon West with Stampin' Up, she just calls it the Boss. So I'm going, hey, that is a lot easier to say than all the other. So I cut it on the Boss, and it gives you, you know, your shape. So I think I was pretty close, right, in those colors. I think I picked the right ones. And then I just filled the little bag up with the candy, put the little tag on, and the little hello. Now I'm trying to think where I got the hello from, so I apologize. I'll have to look that up because I can't remember where I got the little hello from, but it fit in there perfect. And oh, thank you. I do love to color. I love to color so much. So and my team, I think they loved it when they got it. I always like to try to spoil them a little bit, especially if they register for an event, because there is a monetary expense to that. So I like to send them a little something. You know, so if we can't be together, at least we can, you know, eat our candies virtually together. But so, and I think that was all I wanted to chat about today, or for today's whatchamacallit, live or whatever. My hand's in the way. So Jeff's probably going to be getting home pretty soon. So but anyways, so if you need a demonstrator in America and you don't have one, there's my code. And if you are thinking about, you know what, I wouldn't mind being on your team and getting little goodies once in a while, I would love to have you join my team. So if you have any questions in regards to what I show, the blends or the punch or anything I show on my Facebook Lives, my YouTube Lives, any of that, my blog, I'm always open to questions, and I'll love to answer it. I'd love to have you be part of my team. And I hope you have a great weekend. It's what is it? It's Friday the 6th, and I think I just heard Jeff, so I better be quiet because then the dog's gonna get barking and we're gonna have craziness like we had the other day when the mailman was here. So thanks so much for joining me today for the Dyed Shorts, and I hope to have a lot more to share with you next week. Tuesday we'll go back to normal. My Teach Me Tuesdays will be at 3 o'clock here in the group because the on stage will be over. So have a great weekend, everybody. Bye bye.